Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you all's doing good as you quarantine yourself inside the house. So today I have a special video and I want to explain to you guys all the cameras and gears that I use to make my videos over the years. So some of these are obsolete and some of these are still good. It is not professional equipment, but it is good enough to make some YouTube and Facebook video. So if you don't mind, stick around and then watch me and explain every single cameras that I have so you get an idea what all the gears that I use to make my video. We're going to start with the one on the left hand side here. This is the very first camera that I bought probably 12 years ago. This is one of the Sony A100 camera. Back then they don't have video feature on this DSLR. All they have is just for you to take pictures. We're talking 12 years ago. This camera gave out a really good photos. You know, we have a 10 megapixel in here, and then we have the changeable lens options that you can put different lens mounts on here and have great photos. I used this for a couple years, and I have to say back then, 12 years ago, the pictures quality is actually really good. I'm surprised that it's still holding it now. The picture quality out of this little camera here is just as good as your smartphone nowadays, which is 12 megapixel. It is compatible. It still does a good job. I'm not selling it or not putting it away. If I have chance, if I want to, I don't mind grab these classic cameras and kind of play with it and have fun with it. So let's move on to the next camera. So the next camera move up is above that. This one is Sony A77. This is 7 years ago I bought this camera. This is when they put video feature on the camera. This is one of the Sony camera that have 1080p video. So I use this Sony A77 quite a bit. That's because it has a 24 megapixel sensor. The photo is actually really good. The video has 1080p. I've been using it for the last 7 years. I had no problem with it. It is really reliable. The autofocus is not the best because this is an older camera, but it still gives you a very good manual focus. So this is one of the cameras that I used way back. So it's still a good camera. I like it. It does produce good quality. Then moving right along, I jump up to a full frame. This is a little more professional cameras. This one is Canon 5D Mark II. We use this to shoot videos for weddings, quinceañera, high school pictures, family photos. This camera does give out a really good photos, and also does 1080p video as well. You'll be surprised how good this camera is. It falls into the higher tier. When I bought it brand new, it was quite expensive, but now as time goes by, the camera value drop. You can probably easily pick one of these up for right around $500. But it is Canon. Full frames give you that good quality, very good color science. It is considered one of the professional cameras. And moving right along, I have this little Canon camera that I use it to shoot video of kids running around, playing basketball, or running out in the yard. This is just one of those camcorder style. It's got a flippy screen. It does shoot 1080p. Very good quality so far. I didn't have no problem with it. The only thing is that I only have one battery, and this battery only lasts an hour and a half. Once it dies, you have to charge it again. I wish I can buy more batteries, but because I have so many cameras, I just switched them around. I didn't really have to buy the battery. Other than that, it does give you a very good photos as well. It's kind of odd to have camcorder shooting photos, but mainly Mink knows shooting videos. So I have a 1080p video out of this thing. Not the greatest. I say the quality is a little on the softer side compared to your cell phone, but it's still usable. It's very lightweight, compact. You just throw this right into your backpack and you have an hour and a half batteries to shoot your video. So I'm still keeping it around. I use it once in a while out in the yard, shooting birds, squirrels, that type of thing. But it is good. It's still good. And moving right along to this bad boys. This is my Canon 5D Mark III. I've been using this professionally to shoot weddings, quinceañera, and other professional videos, purpose that I get paid for. So this is my workhorse camera. You can shoot very nice photos with this, and you can also shoot a very nice 1080p video. This is all round, all year round cameras. It has a very nice weather seals. I took it out in the summer. I took it out in the winter. I took it out during the rain, windy days. This camera is a beast. This camera does the job, and out of all this camera, this is my workhorse. I use this probably about 80% of the time if I need to shoot photos and video sometimes, but this is my workhorse. I had this for quite a while now. I had it for 5 years. I bought it secondhand actually, but it's still doing a very, very good job. So if you need a good camera that you don't want to pay a high price, then this is one to pick it up. You can get one of this Canon 5D Mark III now, probably right around $1,000, but it was originally over $3,000 camera. So if you're interested in doing photos, I say pick one of this up. If you don't want to spend too much money, you can buy it. Of course, you can buy the brand new camera, but it's up to you. I'm still using mine because I put so much money into these cameras. I will not switch anytime soon. That's because it's still producing good quality. You know, I'm still shooting 1080p. I haven't shoot 4K a lot. I'm still shooting 1080p. It does give me a very good photos. So I have plenty Canon lens to go with this. That's why I'm not in a hurry to switch it yet. Unless Sony come out something crazy like Sony A7S III that I'm interested in, or maybe even the Canon R5 coming up that they're going to release. That between those two, you know, I have to make a choice when the time comes. But it's not going to be anytime soon. It's probably going to be at least 2 to 3 years down the road if I have to pick up a new camera. So moving right along, I do have little point and shoot cameras that I put in my pocket, so that way I can always take a good, decent photos with this little guy here. This is Canon G7X Mark II. I was able to shoot video with this as well, and also that it takes a really good photos, by the way. It is only a 20 megapixel 1-inch sensor, but it still beats some of this older camera. That's because this is newer technology. It does have a very good picture science. This will give you the picture quality that you want for a small form factor that you could just pull it out of your pocket and start shooting really quick. People don't even know that you bring camera with you. Next thing you know, you got nice pictures. So the whole point with this camera is to have it in your pocket and then take it out, shoot it, and put it away. People don't realize that you even brought a camera with you. This does give a very good manual controls, so that your pictures shooting in a raw files, you still can get a really nice quality out of this little camera. Moving right along, this is one of my Sony older CyberShot camera. I don't use this anymore. It's more like a kid's camera now. But I started out probably 10 years ago. I had one of those. Just, you know, back then you've probably seen people had a bunch of these. I also have one of this that hanging around. It still works, just I haven't used it anymore because I have better options. This is more like a kid's camera now, but it's nice to have some classic camera with you, just so you can see. Over the years, technology changed, the camera changed, so you get to see the difference. And then moving to the next one is that this is my DJI Osmo Pocket. You guys probably see a lot of my videos shot with this thing. This little guy here is very good. It gives you a very good quality video. This can shoot 1080p. This can also shoot 4K and can also shoot 4K at 60. I don't use this very much as I like, because I don't have anything that I need to shoot that type of quality yet. I don't mind shooting just 1080p and put it on Facebook and YouTube. If I need to do some type of a special project that will require higher quality, like the 4K 60, I would definitely use this as my B-roll, that type of thing. So give me a pretty nice shot because it's a mechanical gimbal. I can just move around, get this very nice smooth panning. So this is one awesome camera. I don't use as much as I like to, but it is an option that I have. I like to have this type of camera around with me so that way it is small, it is compact. I can take it anywhere I go, just put it in my pocket and on my backpack, and I can always shoot a really nice video with this thing. This can also shoot photos, slow motion, time lapse, and all that. This is one great camera. So if anyone is interested in getting one of this DJI Osmo Pocket, I recommend you take a look at this one. It has great potential for you to get some professional videos. And let's move on to drone. Okay, I've been having this drone for maybe almost 4 years now. I've been flying my DJI drone here. This is the original Mavic Pro. I've been flying this drone for quite some time now. You guys probably saw a lot of my videos. Within the last 3 years, I had probably over 50 videos that I shot shooting with this drone. I love it because I can go up pretty high, 200-300 feet, and then I can go a mile, 2 miles out. I like to fly my drone over the lighthouse and get some nice shot over the Lake Michigan and Lake Shore, stuff like that. If you guys have not seen any of my video, please check it out on YouTube. I have plenty of videos that I shot with my drone. This is one of the drones that I had it for over 3 years. I love it. It gives you a very good quality. This thing shoots 1080p and also shoot 4K. Most of the time I just shoot 4K, and then when I render 1080p. It does give a very good quality. It's very smooth when it's flying up in the air. Your video is just so smooth. I love this thing. I try to find some times to fly some more as the situation get better, and then definitely I want to fly some more. And this is my drone by DJI Mavic Pro. So remember that if you guys want affordable drones that flies good, you can pick one of these up. A used one right around $500-600. Very good drone. I recommend it. Okay, move on to some of the action cameras. Over the years, I always have my GoPro 3 Black with me. I try to use as much as I could. Because I spend a little more than I should, I didn't really want to destroy it, so I kind of like try not to use as much as I want to. So because of that, I pick up this Chinese knockoff GoPro. It is really cheap for $20. It does give 1080p video. Pretty decent, just running around in the yards, riding bicycle, that type of thing. Worked out pretty well. I don't care if this break or falls and break because it's so cheap. It's $20, but it gives you a decent video quality. That's all it matters because it's so cheap. I just mount this to my bike, mount this to my kayak, mount this to my car, and I have some pretty great footage out of this thing because it is cheap. I don't worry about breaking it. For $20, I can buy 4 or 5 of these. But, so it is something to think about if you want to shoot a video with something cheap. And if it's break, you don't really care because it's Chinese knockoff price for $20. You're more than welcome to pick this thing up. They sell them all over the place. You can just go to Amazon and search. They have a bunch of them that starting $20 up to $50. Some of them actually very good. So this is one of it that it's actually pretty good. I like it so far. Recently I also picked up this little guy here. This is the Insta360 Go camera. It is very small, very tiny. I love this thing. I use it a lot. Take it out so you can see how small this camera is. I've been using this for quite a while. For about maybe 4 months now. I have crazy shot with this thing. This is magnetic. I can stick it and just shoot some high. I can shoot something low, something over here and something over here, and you can just spin around. You get some awesome shot with this little guy here. This is one of the amazing camera that I had lately. So all those crazy shot that you guys saw in my video, I shot it with this thing. It is not really a 1080p quality, but close enough. If you render to 1080p, it is good enough. It's pretty clear to me. Not the greatest quality, but it is acceptable. And the whole point of this thing is it is so small, so light, so compact that you have it with you. You put it on your chest. You can just mount it on your forehead. No one knows that you are actually recording video. But now, since this thing's becomes popular, people know that you're recording video because it's more obvious now because people know about this already. So this little guy here gives me a very good quality video. I love it. I love using this thing. I will continue using more of this little guy here as time goes by. And of course, you guys probably wonder about this little guy here. It looks like a spaceship that's flying in the sky or something. It is made by Samsung. This is one of the 360 camera that they had originally. I bought it a while ago. I used a few times. I didn't get to use a whole lot because their software is not friendly use, so I kind of avoid using it. I still want to find some more time to use this thing so that way I can utilize the whole 360 thing. I haven't done it much lately at all. That's because I've been busy, but this is one of the original Samsung 360 camera. It still produce and give out a really good quality. It's not 4K, but it's still very good. This give out like a 2K video, and then once you do all your editing and cutting, you're down to 1080p. And it is flexibility, gives you all kinds of composition when you do your editing. So as time goes by, I want to find some more time to use this thing here, but right now I haven't done much. That's because I got too many projects ahead of me that I need to work on. But it's good to have it laying around for display purpose, but when I need it, I have it. It's right here. Of course, I'm not just all about iOS. I also shoot video with my Android phone. This is one of my original Android phone that I've been using for a long time. This is the Samsung Note 7. This shoots out a very good quality video. This gives me a 4K video and also took some awesome pictures. We all know that Samsung phone produce good pictures and good video, so this is no exception. I've been using this guy here. Takes a lot of pictures and a lot of videos. I love the quality. That's why I'm hanging on to it so that I charge it up and use it whenever I need to. And it's nice to have an extra phone on your pocket when you need to take pictures and videos, so that way you don't drain the battery out of your main phone throughout the day when you go out in a while. And many people like myself also carry one of those older iPhones. This is my iPhone 7 Plus. I've been having this for about 3 years now. I use this a lot just to take 4K videos on this phone and then come home and then transfer to my iPad, my MacBook, and then I can just do my editing from there. One thing that I did not do much with this is that I have a lens that go here that you can allow you to do some macro, some wide shot, some zoom. I haven't utilized that option much. I bought it just in case I need it. It's one of those things, you have it, but then you don't have time to use it. But I was hoping coming up late spring and summer, I'll be able to bring this out, take some macro pictures of mushrooms and stuff like that. So keep this in mind, and it is handy to have. So back to in the early days when the camera is so big, so huge. Don't forget that we have a camcorder that we're shooting films and tapes and stuff like that. So this is one of the original Sony camera that I bought. I had this camera probably, I would say 15 years now maybe. Originally, I was using this to shoot some music videos, shoot weddings, and quinceañera video. It's been serving the purpose a lot. I use it probably more than enough. Since the technology changed, I haven't used this much lately at all. The last time I used probably 3 years ago. This is one of the classic Sony camera that you can carry. It is 360D, so it does give out really good picture quality based on 15 years ago. In 15 years ago, this is the beast. This is the guy that give out that good quality that you want. This shoots mini tapes. You can transfer that to your computer and do your editing from there. It is digital, but still tapes. So the best quality that I can get out of this thing is 480p. 480p nowadays, it just seems to be something that you don't want to watch because the quality is not that great. But based on 15 years ago, 480p is actually a really good quality, and that's what this camera does. It produces 480p quality, and what can you say? Back then, that's all you have, right? So, and then as time goes by, I upgrade from that camera to this one. This is another Sony camera. This one is actually shooting HD. This one shoots 720p. It's not the 1080p, but it's 720p. Don't underestimate this thing here. I can shoot this at 720p, but once I import into my computer, when I render, I can render 1080p. The video quality is actually looking very good. That's because it have a larger sensors. It is also 360D. You can have all the manual adjustment on this type of camcorder. This can go forever. You can shoot video for 5-6 hours with this thing, as long as you have the battery charged up. I have probably about 5-6 of these batteries laying around. Once I charge them up, I can go all day shooting with this thing right here. Now you realize that it is quite big and bulky. It is heavy. It's hard to carry with you. When you have one of this out there in a public place, everybody knows you're the camera guy. Though they sort of stay away from you because they saw you got this big old camera, and then they're like, oh, you're shooting a movie, we get out of your way, that type of thing. But it is a beast. I use this to shoot music videos, weddings, quinceañera, you name it, commercials. I even did something like that. I tried to shoot a movie with this thing. It actually turned out okay, no questions. But based on 10 years ago, this is still a very good camera. Not many people know about this camera anymore because everybody's using the new digital camera, cell phone, and all that stuff. But this is what I used back 10 years ago. It may look crazy, but it does produce good quality, and I love it. And it still functions really good. All these cameras that I have here are all still function just like the way they're supposed to be function. I don't have a problem with using any of these cameras. Now, every single one of these cameras serve its own purpose. If you need to do something, you use this camera. If you need to do other things, you use that camera. Each camera has its own job to do. Like GoPro, we all know that they can be just about anywhere. They're small, they're light, they can just be about anywhere and then get all kinds of angle shots. That's what GoPro is well known. So same thing with all these DSLR cameras. They all have video features. You can get an awesome video with the depth of field due to the lens that you put it on. So every camera serves its own purpose. Today, I kind of talk a lot about all the cameras that I used throughout the years. So today, I kind of talk a lot about all the cameras that I used throughout the years. And to me, each one of this camera has its own memories down the lane. Each camera has its own job to do. I love to have all of them. I'm still continue using pretty much all of it, except a few that I haven't get to it lately. But mainly the DSLR, the compact, the drones, the Osmo Pocket, the phone, of course, those still ongoing. I haven't stopped using those yet. If you guys have any questions about any of the cameras that I have here, please leave a comment below, and then we can talk about it, what each camera does, what is the pros and cons on each camera. But the camera is just a camera. It's just tools. It is all up to you. Your creativity is up in your head. How you use it, how you're going to show your audience is up to you. The camera is just a tool. All cameras pretty much does the job. It's up to you how you use it to produce great contents. But don't let me discourage you on that. I just want to recommend you guys to just get out and shoot videos, shoot photos with the camera that you have in your hand at the time, whether it's a smartphone or one of this GoPro or one of this DSLR, whatever cameras that you have in your hand at the time is the best camera. That's the one that's going to capture video and photos for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I just want to take this moment to explain, show you guys what all the cameras that I use over the years to make my videos. They are not professional by any means, but they are good tools for me to use to make videos. So thank you so much for watching my video. Until next time, take care everybody.